What's up, guys? Tony here from Geek Games, and today we have our red-yellow hybrid slash security control deck. If you watched the last video when I did Commandramon, I did reference this video would be next, and here it is. This is again my take on red-yellow security. I did have a video a while back of just hybrid. It did have obviously had red in it, but it had the yellow package. It didn't have the red eggs and rookies here. I say rookie, I just didn't mean the Gelmon, but you can also look that video up too in the playlist. I also probably will throw the link below if you can't find it, of course. But that's another hybrid deck style you can try out. But this is pretty much an updated version. Before I get too carried away with this opening, if you've liked my videos in the past, and obviously if you're watching this now and you like it, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and the bell, of course. And without further ado, let's just dive right on in. Alright, we have 4 eggs only, because you only need 4. We have the Digimons here, eating a nice little apple. This basically is only pairing up with our promo Gilmon. When attacking, if you have a Gilmon, Growlmon, or the Gallantmon, obviously not run those are the evolution ones, draw a card. Yep, that is basically the egg, what it does. Basically, when you get your Gilmon, pushing out raising, you'll be drawing 2 cards, which we'll get to that in a minute. So let's get into our level 3. Alright, so we're only level 3s because you only need just this Gilmon. This one's actually, I think, kind of cheaper. It may not be from the other promo one. I think the other promo one's going for $8. I did spend a little bit more for this because it just came out with Gen Con was around. So the price could fluctuate, but this guy right here is when attacking, draw 1. So when you pair this with the egg, you're drawing 2 cards off 1 swing. It's huge. Love it. No other Digimon's going to be able to draw you 2 cards when just swinging and red. So I can talk a little bit more about this guy, but he's just basically, that's all he does. Let's into our level 4s. Alright, so for this one, I'm actually going to throw our level 4s and our level 5s together because Rip Jet Sylvie, of course. We have our 4 Zephyrmons and our 4 Kazimon. Basically, we all know what this does. Evolve on a Tamer, swing in, you know, all that fun jazz. Our RIP Jet Sylphie, of course. It evolved for 1 if it's over a Tamer. Or recover 1. It sucks that she got restricted, but it was definitely needed. As much as I love playing her, you know, sad to see her go, but it was definitely needed, of course. But to help her along the way, we are running 4 of the Shakumon. It is quite pricey for 4, so this will go on obviously level 4s. It's basically a hard recovery for 4, but the drawback here is that you can't go beyond 6. So if you're at 5, you can go to 6. After that, Digivolving on top of this to try to gain security if you're past 6. It's not going to happen, but, you know, there are going to be some decks, you know, OTK still building up, but they're slamming their rookies down and chipping at you in, so every time you are playing this, you are going to be able to recover 1. So this is our level 4 and level 5 lineup would it be, and let's get into our level 6s. Alright, for our Megas, we have a couple here. We have Shakuyamon. The OG version. Opponent's turn, when they move a Digimon from their raising, you get -3 security. So this feels awesome. Going against Alphamon, going against Black War, or Red X anybody. Because when they move out, they can have as many ties out there they want. You basically just cancel it all out, and then they have whatever they can do with their own checks. But and then obviously on your turn, all your opponent's security Digimon get -3,000 less. So all your level 4s, even Gilmon, if you have our Tamers for Tai and Kari, you can just have their whole security be 0 and all your Digimon are swinging in for jamming. Up next we have Kazuchi. I did have this at a Seraphimon, the OG one where you can be a Tamer. No, that's not that one. I forget what BT number it is. I'll throw it up on the screen here because I'm going to be sitting here stuttering all day. That one's basically when you're just Digivolving and recovering, and then you have 3 or more security, you're just getting a security check. This guy here I kind of like a little bit more because even if we have a lot of security, it's going to be for a 3 cost, and it could be your turn and start swinging in for security check. And if you have 0 and you Digivolve this, you just recover 3, which Seraphimon can't do, and it's also 1k, 1,000 more on a DP scale. So that's why I chose that guy instead. Then, since we do have hybrids, we do have 1 Susano. When playing this today, I think I might want to try to add a second one. But I'll leave it to you guys once we get to our next bomb here, because we all know what Susano does. We have our 2 Death X's, because we are a control deck, and if the opponent, if they're playing Commandramon, like we just posted last video, or they're getting a little excited with, you know, Pyldramon and a bunch of Vmons running around, this guy just says, no, card's broken, and this guy is basically all 5 of my decks that are in for BT9 right now, and I'm just shuffling around 2 or 3 of these. I do have a 3rd copy, it's in Beelstar. But yeah, just play this, you can hard play it. Obviously, if you're playing against a mirror match, when it's like who has any more tamers, this guy just becomes free. Like literally free, unless they have a floodgate that says you can't play reduced costs or whatever, which they don't. So this is it for level 6 to level 7, and on to the Spice Tamers. Alright, we have quite a few number of tamers here. So we have our play set of the Tai and Kari. Mentioned this a couple times. The dual color one. Start of your turn, if you have 3 or less security, gain a memory. If your opponent has 3 or less, gain another memory. Getting to the late game, at some point you're both going to be at 3 or less or 0, and with a bunch of these out there, you're just gaining 2 memory. Also, on your turn, when you're swinging in with the yellow or red Digimon, you can suspend this, and your opponent's security is negative 2,000. So when you got like 3 or 4 of these, you got Gilmon out there, tap them all down. Gilmon's going to be living. Get 2 cards, and if they don't want to deal with it, just keep swinging, draw more cards. Up next, we have 3 TKs, because this little squirt here is really good pulling out all our hybrids or our Digimon in the security, and all we want in there is gas. That's all we want in there. So if you see a Digimon, including, if you see that one Susano in there, just take it. Please do not leave it in there, because when you shuffle it up, when your opponent shuffles up for you and they check it, it's gone forever. It's gone forever. We got no way to get it back. So if you really need to, I mean, if it's like really clutching the game and it's the last card in there and then just what you see, sucks to see it because you're pulling it anyway, but if you got 2 or less, just try to pull it as quick as possible. And then speaking of like pulling cards out, we have our Zoes here. Just pulling out all our hybrids. The Jet Silpies in there are sweet, sweet one of. You're pulling that baby girl out. We actually don't have ways of like recurring her because we're not running Tactical Retreat. Spoiler alert. So just pull her, get her. We can always recycle her with a Susano. Then we have our new BT8 Kari. Just another memory center. Basically, if we recover, because we were going to be doing it, gain 2 memory. Got 2 of these out there. Your 4-drop Shakumon becomes 2, and you can still be your turn, and then you go up to your Megas. Then the last of our, I'll put you right here, because the glare, I'm sorry about that. We have our 2 TK and Kari. Basically, this is basically like Tai and Kari, but we're just getting 2 more memory, and it basically does the same thing. I don't know what I'm talking about. This is with a yellow Digimon, so if you're swinging with Gilmon and you don't have any yellows, this obviously won't trigger if you don't tap it, but basically it does everything what this does. We basically run 6 copies, 2 different versions of the card, because gaining memory is awesome. So that is it for all of our tamers, and let's get into our options. Alright, for our options, what everyone thought they want to ban, but we got Doragray instead. Sunrise Buster, because like I said in the last, I'm always referring to the other video when I did the other hybrid deck. Sunrise Buster is busted. Still is, and it probably is going to be for a while. Because for 5 memory, you can play 1 yellow or red tamer. That means you can play your TKs, look into security, do a whole bunch of stuff, your Zoes, what have you. I'll play ones that actually do things. But if you don't, you just play a tamer down, it's fine. But then, you get to -3 one of your opponent's Digimon for each of those tamers you have in the field. So, obviously, like I said before, Wyron's Breath doesn't exist anymore because this does it for a whole lot cheaper and just better. Yeah, it kind of sucks when you don't have a lot of tamers. You're only doing for like 9 or 12, whatever. Math's not a good thing. Then obviously you're not really killing a big Digimon, but in the late game when you have like, what, 10 out, and you play this and hitting security, it's killing something. It's going to. Up next, we got our 1 Spice of the Reinforcement Boost, because if you're not playing this in any kind of, hybrid or yellow deck, whatever, you're just trolling yourself. Reveal 2 cards and put 1 in security, put in a hand, and gain 3 memory. It's huge. Gaining 3 memory at any point in time in the game to facilitate your plays is busted. Then, for our red options, our solid reds, we have Fireball. You can do this for kill a rookie out there that's causing you problems with. None really should, but you really want to be drawing 2 cards from this. So if it's the start of your turn, you have this in hand, obviously you hatch the red egg. Please hatch your red egg, otherwise it's just sit in your hand. Draw 2 cards. So if they have nothing on the field, or just a Digimon, a level 4, they hard play, whatever, you're just going to be drawing 2 cards, because obviously you won't be able to delete it because it needs to be 3,000 or less. Then we got our Crimson Blaze. We mentioned this with D Brigade. This gets rid of all those go wide strategies. You play it for free because it reduces 1 for each Digimon they have. And also, fun fact, if you even Sunrise Buster, you have these guys, other TK cards to neg opponent's Digimon. So that 8,000, you have 2 of them out, make it to 6. Boom, now this can just kill it. Did a couple games with Gabriel, with Shikuyamon. We are back here. Right, I had the level 6 stack on it. Gave 8k Digimon negative 3,000 and just Crimson Blaze it all away. Huge. And then finally, the best probably option we got other than Sunrise is the Gaia Force. This is basically out of the security, get out of my face, delete, hard delete anything. Any one thing, of course. Also, it's in your hand. It's just, you know, bye-bye. Shoot it away. 8 memory. It is expensive, but we're here just to control the board and then swing late game. So, yeah, this is basically the list. Like I said, I'll read the comments in the below. If you find anything in here that can be swapped out for better, your opinion matters. I will take it into consideration, test it a couple times in my private Discord. And obviously, I've got Rinaldi and a couple friends also from the shop too that come by and play. So we'll just test it all out. But I'll pretty much do it. That is all 50 cards. I like this deck so far. I'll probably keep playing it until BT11 when it gets, you know, go wide. This card just becomes a whole lot better. I'll probably have to find something to kill Tamers, of course, because Shoutmon's going to be a thing. But that might be a deck we play too. So be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and we'll see you all next time. Don't forget to get your geek on.